Your heels were dug in and would not step away. The silence between us held a blade that day. For years I had forged one look meant to land, rehearsed till it moved without my command. I banked every cold word like coins in a jar, and counted the warmth that never reached the scar. The plan was a weapon I tended and oiled. It waited in me like a spring tightly coiled. Here is the hour, I beg the night to send your fear in my hands, and the weight didn't end. And your eyes rose up wet, and the years came unspun. The blow held its breath, and I did not let it run. I chose the kiss instead of the blade. I chose the one debt I'd leave unpaid. I could have let this wound keep bleeding on, but I banked the last fire, and the war was gone. This is not me kneeling down. This is the door, and the fire we lit does not rule us anymore. I could have repaid you each cut and each burn, but our heart is no blade, and it would not turn. You wore the raw wound, and I wore the hidden knife, roles handed down to us before we had life. Two hounds and one bone that neither could drop, and we circled for years and could not stop. 1 year you were guilty, the next I was judged, and the tally from that old war never budged. Each victory hollowed us out to the bone, and the hound who claimed it went back home alone. We carried each other, a wound kept concealed, worn under the skin till this hour, and now healed. Today I bury the enemy I wore, though the old battles hum in my bones once more. I chose the kiss instead of the blade. I chose the one debt I'd leave unpaid. I could have let this wound keep bleeding on, but I banked the last fire, and the war was gone. This is not me kneeling down. This is the door, and the fire we lit does not rule us anymore. I could have repaid you each cut and each burn, but our heart is no blade, and it would not turn. You asked me why I let the whole sentence fall. I'd spent every reason I owned on that wall. I opened your cell, then I opened my own, the one I had raised to match yours stone for stone. Forgiveness is not a court granting a stay, where the guilty are handed a stamp delay. It's a door that lets two people leave for good, walking out of the flames they lit where they stood. The arrow came open, a rose in my hand. The poison is medicine poured where I stand. The blow I had carried for all of those years is melting like snow in the light of your tears. I am sealing a letter our children won't read. The ledger closes now, no debt left to feed. The blade remained mine to the end of that day, and there in the pause I met another way. Don't return the pain, I am asking for none. The war we were handed is over and done. I could have broken you with one steady breath, and I kissed you instead of dealing out death. I did not forget, I remember it plain. I pried the key out of the fist of that pain. I gave you no pardon that says it was fine. That guilt is a debt, and I will never sign. Down to the hour, memory keeps what it took, but it does not govern how this hour will look. I chose the kiss instead of the blade, and the last chain they forged between us was unmade. It outlived each hand that had hammered it around, and it snapped on the two of us here on this ground. Let the past send its bill for the blood and the score. Love answers today, and the sky is at the door, where another whole war could have opened its jaw. We planted a life that this old ground never saw. I chose the kiss instead of the blade. I chose the one dead I'd leave unpaid. Last time we left this same ground burned and red. This time it will hold what we planned instead. I could have given you pain, I gave you my heart, and my home life came back where the chain fell apart.